right, everybody. Welcome to One Nation, a Sports Soccer Magazine Extra. Today is Monday, September the 9th. Just hard to imagine that we are in September already, and um, this year's just flown by. This has flown by, and I'm sure you're going to hear that from our guest that we have on here tonight as well. She's gone from high school sports and now she's in college and competing there, and no time to rest. She is keeping herself very busy. So we are excited tonight to have Amaura Austell on the program, former Capital City Cavalier, and right now she is at Evangel University. And I want you to take a quick look at her article from the July-August issue before we bring her on. And as you can see, she had some awesome photography done, and she great poses. I like that pointing there in confidence. She'd had a great career at Capital City High School. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, as well as finding out what she's doing right now at Evangel University and just the goals that she has. No pun intended, okay? The goals that she has for her career in soccer there. So we'll get into that. But let's just go ahead and bring Amaura on right now and get started. Hey, Amara, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for taking your time and coming on tonight. I know you're very busy. Got a busy school workload as well as soccer.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very busy, but
All
it's
right.
okay.
Okay. Good. Your mom and dad will be glad to hear that. Hey, tell us a little bit about your article in Sports Soccer magazine and how was that special to you?
Um, I think it's very special to me because whenever I was asked to be on this magazine, my coach was like really excited for me. But I think that it's cool that a lot of people got to see my passion for the sport, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and so we did your photo shoot, and again, you did a great job with that. Now you competed in two sports at Capital City, is that correct? Yeah,
Yes.
right. So we chose soccer, and we went outside, and we had got some really good shots of you out there. It just seemed that you were even imposing, just a natural, and doing all that. So why don't you talk a little bit about that experience, and was it fun, or I mean, just talk about the photo shoot.
Um, that day was very, very windy, but it was still super fun because some of like the shots you had my hair like blowing in the background and stuff like that. And I also got to do it with one of my teammates, Lexi. She's a sweetheart. I love her. But you got or like whenever they were doing like the photo shoot and everything, the photographers were really, really nice and they helped
Hmm.
out as well. But it was a really fun experience altogether.
Yeah, some people they have to rent those wind machines. We just had the natural wind that day.
Yep.
Uh, so why don't you tell us a little bit about soccer and how you got started with that and your love for the game?
Um, Whenever I was little, I watched my sisters play soccer a lot. So it kind of just like inspired me basically to want to play soccer as well. So my parents put me in and I just like never gave up with it. I stuck with it and I'm glad that I did because I'm in college soccer now.
Yeah. So you obviously were able to pick it up. Now, would you say that you were, I mean, this is not to be bragging, but kind of it is, better than your sisters in soccer? Your look
I would
says it
like
all.
to say
Your look says it all. But knowing your dad, he'd probably say, stay humble, girl."
yeah.
Yeah, good. Um, so, one of the things, you were a two-sport athlete at Capital City High School. You did basketball and soccer. What was that transition like going from basketball to playing soccer?
Um for basketball and soccer it was kind of like a bigger shift. So but like it still had like its benefits and everything. Transitioning, or I mean, sorry. Um, I think like they're both similar in ways. Like I had to work with my team. Like I had to have a lot of teamwork and everything. I had to adapt and stuff. So it just like taught me like how to be a team player in both sports. but they just like both helped me be a
Yeah.
better player that I am today.
Okay. What positions did you play in basketball, and what was special about that sport for you?
Um, I was a power or like a four or a three or a four, so
Hmm.
like a power forward, yes. Um, but my teammates made this sport very special.
Hmm.
Like they were amazing, honestly. They pushed
Hmm.
me to be a better person or like a better player and a person, I guess, on the team and
Hmm.
everything.
Well, here's somebody that thinks you're pretty awesome. Danielle Lawson says that's our girl. So thank you, Danielle. We appreciate that. Anybody who wants to make any comments, we welcome those. Any questions, we welcome those as well. So thank you for being on the program tonight. Um, why don't you go? Let's switch back into soccer. Why don't you tell us a little bit about competing in club soccer and how that helped you to become a better player in high school?
I think club soccer is a little bit more competitive than high school soccer is. Um, there is a lot more like not competition, but like more competitiveness with club soccer, but it held me to like a standard to where like I do need to do like um sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good. So you would say that probably you had um, stiffer competition because you had some of the best players from the different teams around the area, and you guys were joining together, playing against other people like that too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like when you had to play against some of your teammates from club soccer on high school? What was that like?
Um that I mean, I feel like we would try and like be more competitive towards each other. It was like it's more of like a fun match because you're playing against people that you like played with in club, and it just made you realize how much more you miss them whenever you are playing club soccer together. Or I mean high school soccer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So Danielle says we love you, Mara.
I love you too.
Talk a little bit about your time that you played for United Capital City and then Tamashi. What were the highlights in those two different clubs?
I think the highlights are like my coaches like see or they tell me that they saw like a lot of growth in me from like since I was little because I played UCC since I was like maybe in second grade.
Hmm.
So they saw a lot of growth from me, and I just like love hearing that I've like grown from that little girl up into collegiate soccer and everything.
You so all right. So this came up. Here we go. This is from mom. She's definitely the better soccer player of the three girls. Uh, thank thanks, mom. But mom, now you got to brag on your other daughters. You got to brag on them too. I mean, we know that Freedom played softball because she was in the magazine. We got
Yes.
the opportunity to interview her, but you can't you can't leave it out here, mom. You gotta give them some love too. And while you're at it, why don't you give Maurice some love? That guy is awesome. I really enjoyed him when I worked with him at Walmart. So, all right, tell us about the positions that you played in soccer, in club and high school. Was there a difference? Did you play different positions in club than you did in high school, or was it pretty much the same?
Um, in club, I played more of like a 7-Eleven, which is the two wings out wide. And for high school, I mean, yeah, for high school, I played the nine a lot, which
Hmm.
is the striker. Um, but there's not very much of a difference. It's just that for like the wings, you have to get back more, and sometimes I don't do that, and I would get a stern talking to by my coaches when I didn't do that.
Yeah, well, as long as you're taking what they say and then you're trying to do what they said, then you're going to be okay. But
Yes.
all right, so your mom, she did put this up here. I've got it on screen. Yes, they were all three great. Double exclamation point. So there you go. Thank you, Victoria. Appreciate that. Um, and then Danielle says, great people for sure. Thank you, Danielle. All right, let's. So now you were playing soccer in college, and have you continued in
Mhm.
that same position, or are you doing a different position there?
We do a different formation here. So, in high school we did like a 4-4-3 with like three forwards up top, and for high school I mean for college we do a 4-3-2. No
Okay,
wait, what is it? A 4-4-3.
three. Okay.
Or yeah. So there's two nines and then there's no wings, but
Mm-hmm.
I still continue the nine. But I did start off as a 10, which is
Uh-huh.
basically like the same thing.
Okay. Well, you were telling me a little bit before we came on the program that you have to get up at and have practice like what, 6:15, 6 in the morning?
Yeah,
Oh my.
it's very tiring.
We also said that when you get done with that, it really feels like it'd be a good time for a nap, but then you've got to go to school and study, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure you heard that, Mom. She is studying and she is doing well. All right. While we're talking about studying, why don't you tell us a little bit about why your academics, why you work so hard there, and what were some of your academic and athletic awards that you received while you were in high school?
Um, so I didn't receive very many like academic scholarships. I mean, not scholarships, but awards. But for my athletic um awards, I've gotten for my junior and senior year, I got first team all conference, all district. In my junior and senior year, I got all region, and then my senior year, I got second team all state. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Very good. Good job. Now, I know you had, let's see, I don't have the article in front of me here, but at the time of the article we wrote, you were doing really well as far as like career goals and all this. Do you know what you ended up with career goals?
My senior year, I
Uh-huh.
got 41 goals.
41. Okay. That's a lot of
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was close to my 100, but
Yeah.
I was like two off.
That is very close, man. But 98 still good. Still good.
Yeah.
You just scored what, 3 goals in a game the other day, right?
No,
Nope.
I
What was
didn't. I scored three in like each of individual game.
okay. Okay. Well, 3 in a game
Yeah.
sounds better. I mean, I'm just expanding. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's good. That I mean, definitely using. Um, okay, your mom says 96, I believe. So we're going for accuracy here.
Okay, mom.
That's awesome. Still, that's great. That's very good. Tell us about your teammates at Capital City on the soccer team. What did you enjoy about them?
My junior and senior year teammates were like amazing. We all meshed together very well. Like there was no like um visible like not hatred towards each other, but like we all got along very well, and that was like it showed.
Were
Yeah,
you able to pick each other up when somebody was having a rough day?
100%. We were like a family basically.
Yeah. So what was that? We talked a little bit, I think, about that, but we didn't. I don't think asked it in the article. But what was it like playing in the new soccer fields over there? Did you enjoy that in Capital City,
New soccer fields.
or was that there the whole time that you were there?
Oh, it was new my sophomore year,
Yeah.
and it was cool. I mean, it's a change because we were playing at Lincoln,
Hmm.
and the field was smaller than it was at Cap City, so we had to the space wise, it was like a difference, you know.
Yeah. Lot more
But I'm
running,
glad
right?
we got the stadium. Yeah.
And then I thought it was pretty cool that they also had the stadium seats
Mm,
built for you guys there too. I thought that was pretty cool. Um,
yeah.
that it showed the importance that they were also placing on the soccer program. So very good.
Hmm.
Well, this hasn't been too bad, has it? I mean, it's very,
No.
very good. Okay, good. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to do a quick sponsor break. You've done a great job, and then we'll come back and do the second half of the interview. And
Hmm.
do a good job, and I'll see you in just a moment, okay?
Okay.
Has been connecting employees with employers since 1977. Recently, CNS rebranded to CNS Employment Solutions to more clearly define their mission of serving the needs of applicants, employees, and businesses while remaining current and evolving with the changes in the workforce. One important thing has not changed. CNS Employment Solutions partners with a wide variety of employers, placing employees in jobs that match their skills and needs.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, CNS Employment Solutions, they have been a long-time sponsor of Sports Locker Magazine, as well as they've been with us from the beginning on One Nation of Sports Locker Magazine Extra. Um, I love being able to do this part right here because we get to talk and get a little bit extra from the student athletes that we feature in the magazine. And, we can only get so much on the printed page. And so I just really enjoy this part here so that all of us can hear a little bit more from them. And plus have your interaction. I love having you guys with your comments and any questions that you have, any short little stories you may have that we want to look at. And glad to be able to have this opportunity. And again, it's a thank you to CNS Employment Solutions. Also, we have a Coach of the Issue sponsor, and that is Big Whiskies. And our Coach of the Issue for the July-August was Kent Bax from Blair Oaks High School, and he is the golf coach. And we just appreciate them featuring our coaches right here in Mid-Missouri. They put in so much time and effort into the student athletes, and it's just good to be able to recognize them for the time and the hard work that they put in, mentorship for the young men and women, and we just really appreciate all that they do. Just like we've got Coach Jim Marshall watching on here, and he has been a long time coach, and we appreciate everything that he did, and so we just appreciate our coaches and appreciate Big Whiskies for giving a shout out to them. All right, we have been talking to Amaura Austell, and we're going to go ahead and get back into the second half of this interview. All right, Amaura, you stayed. You didn't hang up on me and leave. Thank you. If you would have done that, I would have thought, man, something's wrong with me, and she just didn't want to talk to me anymore. All right.
No.
All right, I got a couple of other comments that we had while we were away. Jim Marshall, he said, loved watching you play last few years. Good luck. Um, let's see, and it's Alexa Scott's grandpa.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then we got L. May Mason says, yes, you got Amaura. And then Greg and Sarah Jones, you're doing great, Amaura. So I used to play softball with Greg, and he did an outstanding job, and we had their daughter featured in the magazine as well. So
Yes,
um,
Addison.
yeah, it's great to be able to get to feature you guys, and I consider it an honor to be able to do that in the magazine as well as get to talk to you, and especially you taking time away from college to visit with me since you got to be at practice at 6 in the morning. So yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
doing that. So we talked about Coach of the Issue. Tell us about your coaches in high school. How did they help make you better?
Um, I think my coaches have made a really big impact on me, especially my junior and senior year. They gave me a lot of courage and confidence that I didn't have my freshman and sophomore year. And I think that it's a blessing that they all came into my junior and senior year.
Now, they played a big part, but also your travel coaches, your club coaches challenge you. How did they challenge you to raise your level of play?
Um, my club coaches, especially Adam, he pushed me to be a really good player. He saw something in me and he would push me to my limit basically, and that's what I want in a coach. I want them to push me. I want them to make me better.
Yeah, very good. So what's that looking like so far with your college coaches? What's going on there? And I mean, I know you haven't been with them for really very long, but what's that been like so far, and what do you appreciate about them?
Coach Bruce, he's a really good coach. I'm glad that he recruited me because he's a really sweet guy. I'm glad that I met him like a couple of years ago when he recruited me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't think that I would like ask for a different team, honestly. Like he picked the right people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You talked a little bit about kind of the chemistry or I guess the camaraderie that you have with the other freshmen that I mean that you're there with right now. That seems to be going really well. Talk about the whole team as far as a whole. How's that all meshing together?
We are like, I think that some people would consider us like loud almost on the sidelines. So we like to cheer for each other a lot. Like,
Uh-huh.
and so, after games we do like shout outs and everything, and then we give away a purse and a horse because we're a Valor. And then
Uh-huh.
Kenny's purse, something like golf term, I guess. Like,
Okay.
don't hit the purse, something like that. So if you have like the hardest kick or like the best shot of the game, you get the purse. And
Mm-hmm.
um, the Valor is a horse that we pass around for like who has the most like energy or like I guess like celebrates the hardest during
Mm-hmm.
a game and everything. So that's like a little fun tradition that they started and it's still going on and everything.
Yeah. Well, we did talk about this before the program too, and didn't you say that you were like player of the week?
Yeah, I got that last week.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about that and what's that award mean to you?
So I didn't even know that I got it until like I got into the locker room and everybody was like cheering for me whenever I walked in. And I didn't know until like maybe like 10 minutes after my coach had announced it in the locker room and we all like celebrated and everything. So
Yeah.
it like it made it like very special for me to get that award. And I'm like the first person in 5 years to get that award.
Wow. Very
And
good. Congratulations. Very good.
thank you.
All right, now we're going to talk about some other people that probably brag about you a lot, and but again, also try to keep you humble. Like your mom said, 96 goals, I believe. Reiterating that. Tell us about your parents and how they've been so impactful in developing you and your character and just who you are.
My parents, they're very supportive. Like, I feel like my mom is the loudest one on the field all the time. And I'm like, I love it, honestly, even though she does it a little bit too much sometimes. But my mom and dad, they're always there for me. Like, I don't know what I would do without them, honestly.
Mhm. Well, coming from a long line of loud parents, grandparents, siblings, people on sidelines, I know what you're talking about, but it's also really good to hear them out there cheering for you. And,
Yeah.
I have said this many times on this program, but my grandmother, she was maybe 4 foot 10. I mean, she was, shorter, but
Hmm.
she had a fiery temper and I was playing baseball, and she was giving the umpire a rough time. And finally, he had enough, and he went over to our dugout, and he said, "If she doesn't leave, you guys forfeit the game." My grandma got kicked out of my baseball game.
Oh, no.
She wasn't too happy about it. She stormed off, and but anyway, there you go. She was passionate. She was, wanting to make sure that
Yeah,
we.
she's there supporting you.
Yeah, she was. I don't know quite how I felt with my grandma getting kicked out of the game, but it was still good. Okay, so your mom says, "Oh, you love it." She says,
I
"Say
guess.
less, say less." Very good. Now let's go ahead and talk about your relationship with your siblings. What's that like, and why is that important to you?
Um, I think my relationship with my sisters is something that like not very many people can have, so I like cherish it a lot. They mm, they I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you get to say some really nice things about them here. So why don't you just give each of their names and what each one of them means to you?
Freedom, she she's I don't know how to explain it, but like she's really, really funny, and she, like, no matter what, can always make me laugh and everything. And I can always go to her whenever I need something, and that's for both my sisters. I can
Hmm.
reach out and talk where I need it. And Alexis, she's crazy, but like in a good way.
Uh-huh.
And I honestly wouldn't trade either of them for anything. Like they're the
Yeah.
best sisters.
What's the difference in age between all of you?
We're all 6 years apart.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. It's we so my grandchildren. So we have one daughter, and then we have five.
Hmm.
She's five grandkids, and the oldest is our granddaughter Audrey. She's about ready to turn 16. Then we've got
Hmm.
Bowman. He's 14 and taller than me already, which is not right. And then we have Channing. He's about ready to turn 13. Deacon is about ready to turn 10, and then Ezra is 4. So
Hmm.
yeah. I don't know if you noticed there, but everybody's first name started with the letter of the alphabet. We got to
Really?
E. I said, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. We've got to stop. So no, I'm glad. That's good. I'm glad you have a great relationship with them, and I
Yeah.
know you guys have a tight knit family. All right, Kelsey Heil says Amara, and then there is a bunch of. I'm gonna put them on here just so you can see it. A bunch of exclamation points and then heart emojis. There you go.
Oh.
You make a difference in a lot of people's lives. It looks like definitely what we're seeing on here. Um, One thing that you talked about in your article was before games, kind of you would have a moment of quietness and then take time to pray a little bit. Why was that so important to you?
I think that it helped me get like a peace of mind before I started my games. Um, like the quietness calms me down because I get like anxious a lot before the game starts, and it just like calms me down a lot. And I can talk to the Lord, and He can take my anxiousness away.
Very good. And that's important for you to be able to draw on that. How have you been able to carry that on over into your college career so far?
So, before every game and every practice, we pray.
Hmm.
Um, and that just helps out a lot, and we
Hmm.
can like all get together and calm our nerves before the game starts and everything.
Yeah, very good. So let's talk a little bit about what drove you to be a better person as a classmate and role model for them, and what did you appreciate about your teachers and administration at Capital City?
Um, what I appreciated most about my teachers was that I had this one teacher that I could go to all the time, even whenever I like needed help with everything. Coach Wilbers, he's a
Mhm.
basketball coach, and I could just go in there and talk to him for like 30 minutes, and he wouldn't get sick of me, even though that I would annoy him sometimes whenever I came in there. But I know he likes me, so it's okay. Um, yeah.
What kind of legacy do you feel like you left behind? What would
I hope
people
a good
remember about
one.
you? Uh-huh.
I
What do you think they would
think
really
that
remember about you?
the goals. I scored a lot of
You
goals.
scored a lot of goals. What about your personality? Was there something about your personality that you think they would have appreciated?
um, I think that people see me as a nice person,
Hmm.
and I hope that they continue to see that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. Very good. So this year, as a freshman at Evangel, we talked a little bit about before the program. Things are a little bit different going into the college life. What's that been like, and what was the determining factor for you to go there?
Um, the determining factor was, well, I followed, not followed, but like my friends were going here. I have two of my teammates from soccer and basketball came here,
Mm,
and then
good.
another friend she does volleyball and track.
Hmm.
And it just like made me want to come here. and the team as well. The team, or I met the team like maybe like in March of last year, and they were all like very nice. The energy was very high, and that's what I needed, like
Yeah,
high energy,
yeah.
everything.
Well, good. Well, Kelsey says this about you, and I'm gonna put that up there. Grit, resilience, unstoppable. Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Kelsey. Um, so you kind of alluded to it a little bit. There was a different level of competition when you played club soccer. What's it like playing collegiately, and how's that competition different?
Um, it's more fast paced, but I think that I got used to it whenever I played in the WPSL this summer. There's a it's very physical and very fast paced, so you have to get used to it very fast, or you're not gonna succeed the way that you were succeeding in high school season and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, good, good. Now here's probably one of the most important questions we're going to ask you, and describe to us your collection of Marvel Legos and your superhero fandom. Tell us a little bit about that. How'd you get started with all that?
Um, One summer, I think it was like my junior year, my sister got my dad a Lego like set, but I took it from him and I built it and it said
Awesome.
and I just kept on buying them, which
Uh-huh.
took like a big chunk out of my account.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because- But yeah,
So
I
talk about
really do like
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
I mean, yeah, I know you like Spider-Man. What's up with Spider-Man?
I don't know. He just like he catches I don't like his movies and everything.
Uh-huh.
I just love them. That's like one of my comfort movies to go and
Uh-huh.
watch, especially the Andrew Garfield ones.
Okay.
They're cool.
Yeah. Good. What's what would be the villain that you despise the most?
Um, Probably Thanos
Okay.
because he did like blip half of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. End game. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I okay, so we finished with the regular questions. Let's go ahead and go into the speed round, have some more fun. Um,
hmm
what is the difference between food at home and college food?
College food. I love my mom's cooking so much, and I miss it so much. And whenever I go home, I hope that she cooks. And she
Yeah.
like every single time that I go home, I ask for chicken parmesan. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
The school food will never compare to my mom's cooking, and I miss it every day. And that's the one thing
That
that.
was a great advertisement right there. Oh, that's great. All right, so Victoria, you got to keep that great game that you've got as far as providing good food when Amara comes home. So she is looking forward to that, and she's putting in her order now for chicken parmesan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. What's your favorite go-to snack or meal after a game?
Um, I like white cheddar Cheez-Its.
Okay,
Those
all
are the
right,
best.
okay, good. Do you eat a bunch of those?
Yeah, I have a box with me.
Okay, all right. Now, see, your mom says, "I see." LOL. There we go. What is your favorite dessert?
Um, I like cheesecake, like Oreo cheesecake from Eris's. They are
Okay.
really good Oreo cheesecake.
Yeah, they've got that display case in there that looks good, but I'm usually full from the
hmm
pizza, so I don't usually have that. So, um, okay, this is an important one, and I got to give a shout out to your dad. Was always very fast. In a foot race, who would win
I'm
between you and him?
faster.
You're faster. Boom. Didn't even hesitate. Answered it before I even hardly
We
got the
raced
question.
last year. I won $20.
Okay. All right. You know, we're not going to ask how old your mom is. How old your dad now? We just got to give him
I
some
think
props for even trying.
51 or 52. I
Okay.
forget.
Well, that's pretty good for a 51, year old
Yeah.
man to be racing his daughter. And was he close?
No.
I'm so sorry, Maurice. I didn't want to bring it up, but okay. I just remember when we played softball and he would play with Bob Mays and some of those guys that were from Walmart,
Mm,
and you
yeah.
know he was always out there running around. He just
Yeah. He's
your
still
dad
like
liked to run. Yeah,
that.
yeah, good. If there was anywhere in the world you could go, where would that be and why?
Brazil, because Neymar Jr. is from there, and I really want to see him in a Brazilian game. Yeah.
Okay. He was just at the Chiefs Chargers game. I saw that on TV when they showed him on there.
Really?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Uh, Greg Jones giving a shout out to your dad. Uh, again, I'm sorry. Oh, your mom says we have video. Man, we should have known that ahead of time. We could have played it.
We do have a video.
All right. So I know this question before I even ask it. If you were to describe yourself as a superhero on the field, which one would that be and why?
The Flash.
Okay. I did not guess that one. I was going to guess
Because
Spider-Man,
he's
but
speedy.
I
Mm,
know, I
I
know.
should have said that.
The Flash,
I
I
should have
know.
said that.
That was good. That that is appropriate. And if you are the Flash, then I do feel sorry for your dad. I really got to see that video. Must have been a good one. Um, all right, you've done a great job. Thank you for taking time. But I want to give you an opportunity to give a final shout out to anybody, or just share anything that you want to extra, and then we'll close out the program. But you've done a great job.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to add?
Also, um, shout out to my mom, my dad, my sisters, and my coaches that I've had in the past, especially Coach Hio, Coach Schaefer, Coach Colby, and Coach Eric. You guys have all made an impact. And all the people that were on here, Miss Donnell, Miss May May, Sarah and Greg. I forget who else was on here. But shout out to everybody else being on here.
Kelsey?
Yeah, Coach Hio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yep, we got them. You covered it. Very good. And cheesecake, because your mom made sure we had
Yeah.
cheesecake on there. That's good. All right. Well, hey, you've done an outstanding job. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. If you'll hold on, after we're done
Mhm.
with the program, I'll visit with you really quickly. And
Okay.
again, outstanding job. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Absolutely.
me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. What a great job Amaura did, and I know she's going to do an outstanding job at Evangel University. I mean, wow! Already she hit Player of the Week. That's a great honor, and especially since it hadn't happened for a very long time there, and for her to be able to get that accomplishment, that's good. But she did say this: she misses home, and I now know why she misses home, because she wants some chicken parmesan. So again, just giving another shout out for that when she comes back home. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Kirk DeMars. This is One Nation, a Sports Locker Magazine Extra. Make sure you join us again next week when we have another great student athlete to bring onto the program. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.